welcome to Young Grasshopper's Kitchen. My name is Julio and I am your host. Today we are making the exquisite, delicious banana sundaes. Okay, so I'm peeling these bananas. I recommend that they're soft, really soft. So now we're gonna put this in the fridge for around 12 hours. So I would recommend just putting it from night to morning. And off to the freezer it goes. Hey guys, I just got back from the freezer and these are the bananas. These are 2 bananas. I cut them in half. Quick thing guys, I'm not sure if I told you before, but these have to be softened when you put them in the freezer. Like, you don't actually have to, but I highly recommend it because it gives it that more smushy taste, even though these are solid hard. But it helps a lot with the texture. If they're soft, they feel creamy when you mix them because there's heat in there and it starts to take all the ice off. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to put those in a food processor or a food mixer, and basically what you're going to do is you're gonna mix it with milk. So this can be any milk of your choice. It can be vegetable milk, or it could be usual milk like cow milk, sheep milk, or basically animal milk. So I'm gonna mix this and see you in a minute. Okay guys, so now I have my organic coconut milk. This one is unsweetened. You have to use an unsweetened one if like you're on a diet or anything, because if they're not unsweetened, they usually have a lot of sugar. When I say a lot of sugar, I mean a lot. It's usually like the 3rd, 4th ingredient, depending on like what they put, because they also have chemical sugars. They can put the chemical sugars and then your cane sugar on it. So that would be a lot of sugar. Also, we can't process the chemical sugars. So I highly recommend that you buy the unsweetened coconut milk, almond milk, basically any milk you buy that's animal milk, that's plant milk or vegetable milk. Use the one that's unsweetened, because the other one it's just wasting your time. Like, go get a gelato. It's wasting your money and your time, because you're eating the same amount of sugar that you're eating in a usual gelato or ice cream. This is more like a Sundae gelato thingy. So these are ingredients that you're gonna use. You can also use a few other things, but these are the ones that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna add a little dash of cinnamon. So this is my ground cinnamon. It's McCormick. Then I have my 2 bananas, which I cut in half because they fit perfectly in a tiny Ziploc bag. Like, if you guys don't want to waste that much money, I highly recommend you just like chop them if you want with your knife, and then just put them in a tiny Ziploc. And then our unsweetened milk. And then I have my food processor over here, so I am going to top this off. And what we're going to do is we're going to mix this. So as I said, I'm just going to put a dash of this. You put these guys in directly. I'm going to use this. It's way much easier. Like, you can mush these guys up really fast. As I already said before, you're going to like you can go cup to cup. But I'm not putting the measurements down below, because this is more of eyeballing on what you want than actually doing a formal recipe. This depends mostly on you. So I'm gonna eyeball it, just like I said before. You guys can, go with cups, try it out. I'm gonna go with cups. So yeah, I'm gonna grab this guy open. Hello guys, so I opened my guy up. I took the top off, and I'm gonna use my food processor. So I have my little stick here, which ironically looks a lot like one of those police sticks. I don't know what they're called, and here's the top. I don't even know why I'm showing this. So I put my food in order over here. So I started with the bananas and went to the milk, and then the cinnamon. So you guys can also add kefir or yogurt if you want to make it even more creamy, and you can add vanilla. So there's a lot of variations you can do this recipe. I'm doing my recipe. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. I honestly believe it's very good. So you're gonna start with your bananas. You're just gonna pour them in here, right? So pour them in there. Okay, and I'm just gonna eyeball a bit of my food, like my milk. I'm just gonna eyeball a bit. I'll add some more later, so not that much, not that little. Okay, we are going to top this buster off. Okay, I'm gonna put my stick. Sorry for that. So I didn't add that much milk, and now I'm going to start it. Okay. Okay guys, so I could not figure out how to put this thing without without having to fall down to here, like I just did, because I'm very new with this. This is a new one. We used to have another one. This guy's new, also retro, which I'm very proud of. So you're just gonna keep doing this until like you see it's creamy and stuff. You know, you can try with a spoon to see how creamy it is. The less creamier you want it, the more milk you add. So I'm gonna try this right now. So I grabbed a tiny spoon, one of those, little ones, just because I'm not really a big fan of wasting everything really fast. I could use that one to eat. So yeah, it's still got some solid pieces. So I'm still gonna mix this again. Okay, let's start it again.
One eternity later.
Alright, so I've been processing this for a few minutes. I think it's done. I have to check. So we're gonna put this buster off again, and I'm gonna open this guy up and just try with a spoon to see how creamy it is and if it has pieces or something of bananas. So no, it's great. I'm gonna do a pre-taste test. I'm not gonna tell you how to taste because it's a spoiler. Alright, so I'm done. It doesn't have any chunks. If you guys like chunks, then you can just pour it in. So I grabbed my glass container. I know it's not your usual ice cream holder, but it's what I've got. So if you want this to be more solid, like more like those chunky ice cream balls that they put on the cones, what you can do is you put this in the freezer for an hour or two. Don't put it for much longer because it's not gonna stay good. It's gonna freeze itself. Perhaps less than 2 hours. I'm not very sure. I haven't done that in a long time because before I used to like those little balls, but now I'm a big fan of this Sundae style. So I'm gonna pour this. So even though it feels liquid when it's falling, for example, in my sundae, it's actually pretty creamy. I'm gonna stop right there. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of cinnamon, just a dash or two. Okay. And that's enough. So this is the McCormick one. This video is probably one of the videos where I'm going to use cinnamon the most. So you guys are going to see me use a lot of cinnamon. Don't freak out. You don't actually have to use cinnamon unless, for example, you see one of my old past videos where I'm doing cinnamon rolls and stuff like that. But you're gonna see me use cinnamon like most of the time. You don't actually have to use the cinnamon most of the time. It's just it's just I'm a big fan of cinnamon, so I use it a lot. But you guys don't actually have to use cinnamon if it's scarce where you live at, or you simply just don't like it. Okay, so now I'm just gonna mix my cinnamon with my ice cream. So it's not so creamy, in fact. It's quite creamy, but not so creamy. It's not like that, one of those things that they put a lot of sugar in, special things to make it creamy. It's not naturally creamy, by the way. So don't think that it's just milk. There's stuff in it that helps do that. Not good for you, by the way. So now it's time to taste test it. Dun dun dun. So before the taste test, I was just giving you a recommendation. So I used, let's say, around half a cup of coconut milk. So with the 2 bananas, it's actually quite liquid. So maybe you want to use less milk if you want it more, squishy, mushy, creamy. So the rest, I just put it in a container and leave it in your fridge. So it's gonna last for about 2 days. That is if somebody else in your house doesn't eat it. So I'm just gonna pour this in here. This is a big recommendation. Use one of these jars. You don't have to use these types of one. You can use one of those jars that they put sauerkraut in. Those ball jars that everyone uses lately. I don't know. It's like they're the fashion of kitchen. Like you can use these too if you want to. But I'm using this because I don't actually have that much left, so I'm just pouring it in here. Also, I'm in love with this. So I'm just gonna pour this in here, and then we're gonna do our taste test. Okay, guys. So it's time to do the taste test. I have in my hands the it's lactose free, sugar free, basically everything free except banana and coconut milk, and of course cinnamon. So this thing, I've already tried it before, but let's see how this batch came out. Really good. I love it. Really good. Honestly, if you let this stay like 10, perhaps 20 minutes, they would think it's like a banana shake or something. It's really good. Honestly, at least I would think. This is really good for also making shakes, like cold shakes. Don't put ice in it though, just leave it like that. It's really good. So that just gave me an idea. If you guys want a shake too, just leave it out 10 minutes or so. 20 max, I believe. And you have a nice water-ish consistency. It's gonna taste like banana, so it's great. I'm gonna use. Okay guys, so this was the second episode of Young Grasshopper's Kitchen. I'm Julio, your host and cook, and well, if you want more videos of yummy, delicious food that's very healthy for you, please like and subscribe, and leave any comments down below for anything you want to try. We'll show you the recipe. Believe me, most of the recipes will do, actually all of them. Hopefully you like them, so please, once again, like, subscribe, and leave a comment below for any recipes you want. I will be leaving the ingredients for this recipe down below. This time I will not be adding the measurements because it depends on you. The bananas that you have, how big or small they are, what's the consistency you want. For example, I like it creamy but starting to become more liquid. If you like it very creamy, you can basically switch through everything a bit. Less liquids, more bananas, or that kind of stuff. So I will not be leaving the measurements down below because the consistency is up to you. If you like mashed bananas, in it and coconut milk just mixed up. That's up to you how you do it. We just leave you our way of doing the ice cream, and then you can change it and make your own at home. So bye guys, hopefully you like this video. See you next time.